a saltwater pool? What the fuck, dude? That's awesome.
Yep. It is a naturally fed, but still filtered saltwater.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
So pretty much it's St. John's water, or St. John's River water, which I was birthed in.
Whoa!
I grew up inside of that. No, I wasn't actually.
Were you a water baby? Were you water birthed?
No, I was a cesarean.
Mm.
You know, the pizza.
Yeah. I've never actually asked my mom. Maybe I should do.
You would. I feel like you would know if you were a water birth. I feel like that's only like a certain type of mom.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been my mom. If it was a choice, I would have been born like at the house or like in the truck or something.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
But no, I was.
None of us,
I was forced into this world.
Thank God, none of us have the natural birth mom. That's a horrible breed right there.
Oh, we don't know, Buster. How were you born? How were you brought into this world?
I forgot. I don't remember.
Buster's like, I wasn't there, man.
Like mentally or physically, I wasn't there.
You weren't physically there for your birth. Please continue.
It's like that one Doofenshmirtz gag where it's like his parents didn't show up for his birth.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like for this was the other way around.
Was your consciousness uploaded to a husk?
Probably.
I would like a new husk.
We've been going for 15 minutes and I still haven't talked about my thing yet. So I'll
talk about the thing.
Yeah, so remember on Monday when I was talking about like, hey, I'm probably going to sell a huge chunk of my collection?
Yes.
Did you do it?
No.
So Cody already knows part of this because I talked to him about it over Facebook Messenger, but I'm saying it here so that Buster, you will hear it and get to ask questions, and Boingo, you will hear it when you edit this. It got right up to the day, and I went to message Cody like, hey, are you sure you don't want that Armada Prime? And in between me messaging him and him replying, my toy store called me and they were like, hey, we've been getting slammed with really good vintage trades we just can't pass up the last few days. And we have like no trade money right now. Unless you know like your stuff is only going to be a couple $100 or you can do store credit, we're going to have to push it back. And I was like, yeah, no, that's fair. I definitely understand from a business perspective why that would happen. And like, y'all are YouTube famous right now, so I should have expected it to some degree. Why don't I go through and like narrow stuff down over the weekend, and I'll get back to y'all on Monday. And over the last couple days, I ended up just like re-examining my finances and kind of like studying things and figuring out like, okay, what strategies, where could I cut corners? What strategies could I take to actually get these cards paid off faster other than the quick, easy solution, as I had thought of it. And ultimately figured out like, yeah, I could maybe get the cards paid off within a year or two if nothing insane happens to me before then. And ultimately, like, I don't want to get rid of this stuff. It was more like, no, the ends justify the means. So I'm going to be going back through stuff, and I'll probably still take them a box, but I will probably actually just do store credit so that I can save money on picking up future things that way. And I'm probably not going to get rid of as much as I thought.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, hey, sometimes things change. Sometimes things change. So it just happens.
And in this case, it's probably a change for the better, because I probably would have been pissed off having to pay secondary market prices for some of those things down the line again.
Yeah.
I would say selling something you have right now for money selling something you have right now that was bought with money that's long spent, no longer needed or felt the loss of, that you already are planning on replacing again. I don't know if there would ever be, like, unless you were in a dire situation, I don't know that there would be any other situation where you would do that and still not regret it and then have to pay more later. Like, I think for those things, that's definitely the smartest move. There's nothing wrong with just deciding not to do it, but like,
yeah, and I mean, my thought process with doing it this time was like, man, I'm almost 30, and like, I've had this debt for almost 10 years, and I just don't want to. I don't want to have it hanging over me like a Damocles sword anymore. And I could fucking have something happen tomorrow, like I could lose my job or crash my car tomorrow, and then I'd really need that money. So it would be better to have that money paid off on the cards. Because in the past, when I've sold to them, it's been like, okay, my car just got totaled, or there's a problem with my computer, or I lost my job. I'm going to go and just grab a box of stuff and take it to them to get some money to plug this hole. And I was thinking of doing it this time like, oh, if I do it now rather than when I actually need the money and the money's just there and I have it for emergencies like that, that'll feel better logically than being forced into doing it. But also, now that I'm on the other side of them telling me like, hey, maybe we can't do that for you. Because I hadn't explained my reasons to them or anything yet. I was just like, hey, I got a bunch of boxes of stuff I want to get rid of. Can we set up a date for it? But now being on the other side of it, I'm like, yeah, I probably would have regretted that. And also, I figured out a better way of budgeting that I can probably accomplish this task in a shorter time than I thought, but still a relatively long time.
Thank God you took that long to explain that, because I had to go and get my food and then sit back down and clown back.
Hell yeah, dude! Fucking get that grub.
Yeah.
Y'all should have done something while I was talking about weed, man. You had golden opportunities to get whatever you wanted done today.
Yeah.
I just come back with like a 4-course meal. Like, hey guys,
4 horsemen.
The 4 horsemen.
I come back with every employee of 4 Horsemen Studios. Like, hey Cody, I think you have a problem.
Yeah, the problem is I'd probably need pain medication.
Damn.
Actually,
the problem is you live in America.
Yeah, dude, I just have been escaping that. Like, cause the reality is like either gonna be some form of like basic pain medication, which I've always been weary of like just getting used to, you know, because I still relatively, I mean, I do know that like it's not a lasting effect. It's quite literally just like an afternoon effect. So that's part of that. So I mean, I'm not really buying anything golden with that. It's just like my other options are going to be a spinal injection or pain medication, and I feel like
you gonna get that fucking Rock Lee surgery?
it's not a. I mean, it's literally a spinal. It's not a spinal tap. It's like a some sort of like injection into the spine that lasts for like almost a year. So you got to get it a bunch. The only thing I don't like about that idea is that like you feel incredibly great immediately, and it wanes over time until it gets back to like hurting a lot. I guess a lot of the things I fear, I just don't even know will happen and fearing about it. You know, that's just my brain and my body, which I don't take care of anyway. But I do have Hungry Howie's.
Hell yeah, dude!
Here to take me.
I haven't had Hungry Howie's in so fucking long. I gotta get me some Hungry Howie's next time I'm in Florida.
It's Florida specific?
I don't know if it's Florida specific, but like I remember it as being a thing from when I lived in Florida, and it's not here. Like there might be Hungry Howie's in South Carolina, but I haven't seen any.
Because I do want to know, because I know it's going to be some grade A level above ours, potentially. Buster, what's your go-to pizza?
It depends. I just kind of have whatever's in front of me. I'll be real.
I know Buster as a Little Caesars person, so
I get like I'm more of actually like I don't know. There's a local place called Jet's Pizza that's pretty good. It's not local, but it's a chain still.
It's a smaller chain. I've seen it.
Yeah, Jet's Pizza's good. I like that. That's probably my favorite, but it's not my go-to because I can't have it all the time. So
5 Star's pretty good, and Gumby's is pretty good down here.
I like Pizza City and Tito's around here, though my boss keeps talking up this place called Fortillo's, so I need to try them sometime.
So listen, Little Caesars is something else. Little Caesars has been there for me emotionally and monetarily at moments where, like, no joke, There's there was days
No,
where I was living
Little
where
Caesars
like
ain't
$5.
bad. Little Caesars ain't bad. It's just always gonna have that stigma of like, it's fast food. It's hot and ready when you need it. It's the
No,
McDonald's burger under the warmer.
all you have to say about it, it's hot and it's ready. That is why they advertise it that way, and they put that $5 on there. That it used to be 5, it's now 6 or 7, but still, like you got some pocket change, you might have your ass a meal tonight and tomorrow. All right, like that's what Little Caesars is.
It's fair.
They quite literally they're probably the backbone of like many different impoverished areas, which is pretty much the entire country now. So like,
I wonder how many college kids just eat Little Caesars. I wonder if that's like the I'm not so poor I'll only eat ramen. I'll only eat this thing.
damn, you know what? I still pretty much eat exactly like I did in college, and I was thinking about why, and I've changed some things. It really just like was a good way like to survive, and good
Yeah.
with quotation marks, as in like don't do that. Especially not with like don't be eating ramen every day. Like I used to eat that shit every day for like meals.
That
Like
during the last winter, that was what I had for lunch at work every day.
yeah, but like meals triple ramen like
Mm.
in the morning, lunch, and dinner. But I would put Vienna sausages in it because you can get those for cheap.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't miss uh living how I used to live. I tell you that. But yeah, just don't do any of that. Don't. If you could afford to, eat the best way you could afford.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm embracing the rice and other shit strat right now, where you just make a big pot of rice and then like you put some veggies and some kind of meat on it, and you call that a meal.
That's an
And
economic way to be, and it's good and tasty.
yeah, and every once in a while, or like I'll make a batch of that, and that'll last me. That'll be dinner for like 3 to 4 nights, and then I'll have like a pizza or some Mexican food or something like that, and then I'll make another batch. That's kind of how I've been handling dinner lately. And when it comes to breakfast and lunch, I am not picky at all. Like I can literally have a peanut butter and jelly for lunch and a bowl of cereal for breakfast every day and just be good. It's just like you gotta look at the fucking labels when you're in the store and pick the one that is the best combination of cheap and not high in calories.
What you want is the best combination of both Red 40 and Forever Chemicals, all of the other ones.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta
To
turn
make
yourself into
sure
a
you get
super
to
mutant.
you gotta get that early ticket off of this hellscape because it's going only down.
Oh man,
Buster, what do you like for breakfast?
I don't know, man.
Buster, are
Buster,
you
I'm sorry.
okay?
I don't know.
Do you not want to start the episode? You're sounding pretty rough every time we go to you tonight.
I think my brain's just. I don't know what to do.
What do you mean?
I might have to restart the recording. My bad.
Well, don't you know what to do? That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just. My brain's just kind of fried. I think I just need food. Give me a second.
Yeah, go get a snack. Get some carrots.
I'm eating chicken right now.
Oh hell yeah! I had Oh, you won't have seen this because I posted it on Bluesky. I went to
I did.
There's a
see it.
local. Oh, you did. Oh yeah, that's right because I
Fuck
posted it
you.
on Instagram as well.
I knew that's why you said Mexican food earlier.
Yeah. No, that shit was so good. I was literally staring at that picture earlier while we were talking about stuff and going like, man, that quesadilla was so good.
I tell you, I do eat out way too much, or order DoorDash way too much. I stopped like doing like meals. There was a point in my life where like I was like ordering meals pretty frequently. I guess that was a little while ago, like 2021. But I don't know. I'll grocery shop a lot with it, but I realize like the level of grocery shopping I'm doing and the frequency I'm doing it doesn't really make sense and saves me more money just to go to the store.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'll like maybe twice or 3 times. Sometimes it feels like it's like daily. I'm sure there is still times here where it's like daily, but I'll like try to replenish having drinks, always having like some sort of drink around. And I mean, like, I drink. I'll drink more than anything. I'll drink, like, not like liquor. I don't actually drink liquor, like, freely. But I don't know. I'll just end up, like, having to order, like, some snacks. I think that's what it is. I'll want, like, some snacks. And then I'll go ahead and order, like, drinks and stuff like that for the week. I'll try to, like, make it, like, a justifiable purchase. So I'll normally put, like, some coffee or something like that for the next 2 days. And then, like maybe a drink for lunch. Like, if I get a lunch drink, it's like I like to get Tall Boy RC Colas. They are $1 a piece. I don't know. That's less about, like, the money. Like, I'm not buying that because it's $1. I'm buying it because it's a specific quantity of a beverage that is almost perfect for lunch. Quite literally.
I feel
perfect.
that.
I mean, if
I
you
feel
get, like,
that.
a bottle of water with it, like, you're pretty much good on it. That's probably what I should do. I could probably have that. Like, you know what a tall, like, like the dollar cans of, like, Coca-Cola that you'll
Yeah.
find at, like, a Dollar General. Like, they'll be, like, double the size of a can. Like, that's what these things come in. And it's RC Cola berries and cream. It is a very specific. Like, that is a. If you've never tried one, find one near you and try it. It might not actually be available.
All right, should we just
And-
get the episode started?
Yeah.
I mean, you literally decide that. You just say the words.
All right. Hello, Modular listeners. Welcome to Modular Components. Boingo's not here today. He has to go do a job or something. I don't know.
What a
Loser.
nerd!
What a loser. Anyway, I'm
What a
Buster.
Vader.
We have the other Chuckles here today. We got Snowcone and Simeon.
Hey,
Hey, I'm Simeon.
hey, I'm Snowcone.
I'm sorry, I'm eating Oreos right now.
Oh my god,
Trying
fucking
to
Martian
host-
Manhunter up in this bitch.
While you toast.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
you're
just
eating
the only
Oreos?
snacks. They're just the only snacks I could find. Simeon, you have things you want to talk about. Do you want to just head the show today?
Okay, I literally asked who was gonna be in charge.
I mean,
and Buster's like, no. You were like, I'll do it, and then you're
No.
like, your fucking brain imploded, and then you got back on it, and now you're just like, here, do it, okay.
Okay, well, no, I mean, even before my brain imploded, I just assumed like you had stuff you wanted to talk about, so go talk about the stuff, and we'll add on to the conversation.
We're gonna shit on Hulk Hogan in a little bit.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot.
It'll
Hulk
be worth
Hogan
it.
died.
Yeah,
Hooray.
fuck yeah. Let's just talk
Right
about
now?
Hulk
Right now?
Hogan
Hell
dying.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Hulk Hogan died of a heart attack at 71, and the way the world found out is his neighbor fucking posted a video of them putting his body in an ambulance.
Wait, I just thought like TMZ just reported on it. I didn't know that was the
No, it's on TikTok, dude.
Bust right out of the gate.
Chris
I did
not-
Last 19.
I do not use TikTok, so I was not aware of that.
Social media appearance. The last picture of Hulk Hogan was in Alligator Alcatraz in the state that I live in, Florida.
What a
My
way to
home
go
state.
out.
He died in this state.
Hulk Hogan has lived in Tampa, Florida, like most
I
of his
know.
life.
I know. This motherfucking state chose to reclaim that piece of shit. And he's probably going to poison the ground that he gets buried in.
Yeah, there are no Hulkamaniacs down here.
Here's the thing. That fucking plot of land is going to be so smelly in the coming weeks and months. It is a gender neutral restroom. We're all going to make a pilgrimage there one day.
Yeah, like on your road trips, just if you need to go to the bathroom, there's a free toilet.
I have actually Googled a couple times just to check where was Hulk Hogan buried. And I don't think he's actually in the ground yet.
Dang it. Well, at least his soul's in the ground. Yeah, he sucked. We were just not beating around the bush.
Like, if you don't know, Hulk Hogan was a piece of shit and a motherfucker. He fucking 2-timed and cheated and union busted all the way behind the scenes in wrestling for his entire career, all in the name of self-aggrandizing and putting himself on top. And on top of all that, he also happened to be a little bit racist.
A little bit.
Now hold on now. In his own words, to contradict you, sir, in his own goddamn words, he is racist. He knows that. He is aware of that, but he is far more racist than he admits.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I will
from
say
here-
this. No, you go ahead. You finish.
I was going to say from here on out, if anybody, and I think it should be required by whatever search engine, anybody types in Hulk Hogan, it should like asterisk down to like Hulk Hogan, then a bar beneath that, just the Iron Sheik. Hulk Hogan is a jabroni, and only his opinions on Hulk Hogan. So anybody who wants to know about Hulk Hogan first has to see him.
If you want proof there's not justice in this world, it's the fact that the Iron Sheik died like 5 years before Hulk Hogan.
Oh, dude,
Damn.
I think there's justice in this world because I think there's like a purgatory, and he was fucking waiting. Like, dude, the army of wrestlers that we know are down. It might be like a little bit more okay, but like for other reasons they're down, and then like the other people who were like just in the middle, like, dude, there was some people waiting. I promise you, there was some people waiting. Like, jokes aside about anybody else, like there was some fucking like
I don't know if
wild
he was.
intrinsic soul pulling that happened with.
I don't know if he was aware of it, but I'm sure he got down there and was like, "Oh, hey, Moolah, how's it going?"
Mulan.
I just like there's just been so many good shit posts coming out
You
of
know,
the
Cody, do you know about the fabulous
No.
Moolah?
Nope.
One of the earliest big famous female wrestlers used her fame to start up a wrestling school that was a cover for a fucking sex trafficking ring.
Oh God.
what?
Yeah, look up the fabulous Moolah. That woman is awful.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I've been having like some wrestling thoughts for a while, even before the whole Hogan incident, for lack of a better word. I mean, granted, his entire career is an incident. To clarify, but just I've been just about how it's like it's always kind of been a carny business, or just like
Yeah.
flying by the seat of your pants, like, oh god, what we were in hell or some shit. I don't know. And this just like all the Hulk Hogan shit posting kind of confirmed. Yeah, like there's a lot of good to wrestling, but it's like, man, there's a lot of bad that still having to have to squeak out. Hey, did you hear about Triple H at the White House?
Look, the thing about wrestling is it is a beautiful art form. It's really interesting, and there's so many great moments all throughout its history. But also, like, I've heard so many terrible stories about the people who are involved in making it that I'm now of the opinion of if you are a wrestler or work in the wrestling industry at all, you're a piece of shit until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that fucking broke me was a couple of years ago when CM Punk went back to WWE after things didn't work out with him in AEW. I was just like, oh, the guy who was supposed to be the fucking bastion of integrity always holds to his morals, like, whole reason the modern concept of wrestling fandom was birthed, just completely went back on his word. I don't think I can trust anyone here anymore.
Yeah. I remember you like even before that you were disheartened when Rhodes came back to WWE.
Yeah, that was more like I get it, but I still don't know if I want to follow this. And like I've heard really good things about Cody's new WWE run, and there is a part of me that's always a little tempted to go watch some clips, but nah.
I just watched the iPatch Wolf video essay, and that was all I needed. That's all I needed. I don't really care for I like even watching that essay. I was like, Cody doesn't seem that cool. Like
You really gotta. Cody Rhodes is the kind of wrestler where if you just look at him, you're like, that's just a guy. You have to really watch him for like a good solid few matches and promos to go like, oh, this guy is God.
yeah.
But I will say this before we move too far past it. There's one good thing I can say about Hulk Hogan, and I've long held this opinion since the best video Endless Jess ever made came out.
That's saying a lot. He's made a lot of good videos.
Hulk Hogan has done one good thing ever in his life, and it's that he set a legal precedent for if you release somebody's sex tape, you will get your fucking shit wrecked legally. Like, say what you will about the actual content of that sex tape, it's still a sex tape. You shouldn't. That's a fucking private thing. It was recorded without his consent. It shouldn't have existed at all. And I'm glad Gawker got destroyed for it. And more online media, celebrity news cycle bullshit things should get their shit wrecked for doing that kind of stuff to people.
Or, if you want to go to people who are directly connected and adjacent to that man, you can get a presidency out of it.
Anyway.
God fucking damn it.
Anyway, yeah.
I also wanted to add that he's done two good things.
Okay.
The second being He set the perfect example for what all racists should do. And he did it. He died.
Just be honest. No, you're right. Yeah, true. Like I was just like, should they just be honest? I was like, oh, that would just make things worse.
Oh, they're being honest.
Yeah. So
anyway, did you guys see the fucking the Wizard of Oz HD remaster?
You mean the spear bullshit? I already hated the Las Vegas
That's
spear.
so fucking rancid, dude. It's so fucking bad. I both detest it and love just looking at it. I'm like, this looks like some shit I would have made on Photoshop 10 years ago.
$200 to watch it, by the way. $200 to. Oh wait, I'm gonna grab it.
Cody doesn't know. Okay, Cody, do you know the Las Vegas sphere?
Yes, the giant orb that watches all.
They sold tickets for a special remastered edition of The Wizard of Oz, the original 1939 film, where like you can watch it on the biggest screen ever, all this fucking depth and whatnot. In order to make it work in that size and resolution, they decided to touch it up with AI.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna post an image in the chat.
Okay, thank you, because I can't find an image. Those all puff pieces on Google Drive. Not Google Drive, Google Images. Even just looking at it is just. I've seen this, and just re-looking at this is so ass.
It's so fucking.
You got me.
The hard lines around the scarecrow's hat are just the fucking. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it reminds me of some really badly edited like country music videos.
God,
there's so many people that walk out of this saying like, wow, it was beautiful. It was amazing.
By the way, I think Buster mentioned it earlier, but tickets to see that were $200.
I did mention that.
Dude.
$200.
It's gotta be Vegas, dude. You're anything is a gamble. Whether you live or you might die, or whether you're going to be scammed or you're going to be scammed.
I think the ultimate way to go out in Vegas would be to like watch this while getting a blowjob and playing the slots, and then playing Russian roulette. I think somebody should do that.
I don't want to be.
That's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. I can do all of that for cheaper and in better quality.
True. All right.
Get your better quality blowjob.
Buster be going to blowjob mart.
All right.
Buster, do you want to bring up a thing?
I feel like there's things I should bring up. I just forgot. Evo's happening this weekend. Speaking of Vegas, we're probably going to talk more about it when Boingo gets back next week. But yeah, fighting games are fighting game. I actually know a couple people, like both personally and online, who are like visiting there. And there's some like a lot of funny stuff, a lot of cool like matchups.
Is Evo a news thing or just a tourney?
Tournament. It's a tournament that has news on the side.
Oh,
like it's basically like you know when me and Boingo talk about Combo Breaker or like tournaments or like fighting game tournaments. It's basically like one of the highest profile fighting game tournament.
Okay. Yeah.
And also, Mortal Kombat is still like in the hundreds when all the other games are in the thousands in terms of entrance, which is really funny but also really sad because like those games sell a lot, but they can't keep a competitive player base for shit. Like
the trailer for that movie looks like ass too. By the way, like I fucking talk about miscasting. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. That
was like the only part of the trailer I liked.
I couldn't buy him at all, and the fact that they just did it looks like it's just going to be the generic like, I'm not martial arts man. I'm actor man. You can't. I don't have magic powers, and he's going to learn magic powers by the end of the film. I'm like, fucking kill me.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not as low as KOF 15, but KOF 15 at least has like it's the lowest. Wait, is Fatal Fury? Isn't Fatal Fury supposed to be on here? Maybe these are different numbers from like a different year. I don't know, man. Oh no, this from last year. Never mind, my bad. But point is, Mortal Kombat numbers have been really low for a long time, and it's just oh boy, like I Evo, and it's like it's been like
presented by Chipotle.
Chipotle, like one of the big fighting game people, like Sajam, like Sejam, he has a lot of Chipotle sponsorships. So like, of course he'll give out like Chipotle sponsors and like little like promos. Okay, Mortal Kombat is the tables have turned this year. Let me get the screenshot of this. It's actually like Fatal Fury, which basically replaced KOF 15, has more entrants. So granted, Fatal Fury is a newer game, but still like ooh. Like the Nisha Under Night In Birth 2 had more entrants than Mortal Kombat 1 for 2 years in a row. That's how like bad they're bunching up the like just the. I mean, I just think there's just like the games are just not really competitive. Like, I mean, even single player wise, people aren't really sticking with the games. And like, like my thing is, you don't need to be playing a game for like every second of every day. But
Wrong.
yeah, I know Fortnite. We'll get to Fortnite in a bit, but like it's just like
the fuck we will.
God, will we?
Okay, actually, no. Wait, I just looked at this. Mortal Kombat 1 actually had no, it's lower numbers. I was looking at a different game. Sorry, still my game. My brain's
Can we
kerfuffled.
avoid
It's
Fortnite
been a
today?
week, fellas. It's been a long week, and we're gonna get into it more. But yeah, Mortal Kombat is just I don't know, man. It just kind of like maybe that Legacy collection will be fun over like the older games, but like I don't know. There's not really much else to get invested in for me, like for both competitive stories or even just the games themselves.
Mortal Kombat is one of those things that I feel like I've just totally missed the boat on. Like, I was not alive for the original games, and when there were new ones, I was always looking at something else when I was in like the right age group that it might have caught me. And like now that I look at it, I'm like, the character designs aren't even that interesting. Like the best you got is here is a ninja and a color swap of that ninja.
Whoa, easy. You may not like Mortal Kombat. It's okay, you could do that. Don't gotta go saying stuff like that.
I mean, like I do agree the designs aren't like a lot of the newer game designs. Like for me, it's like they just feel like different for the sake of being different instead of like having a cohesive like design thing. But that's just I can't really articulate it like just why the newer designs don't work for me.
Cody, can we at least agree that Street Fighter, Tekken, and Guilty Gear all have way more instantly appealing character designs than Mortal Kombat?
I will say, I mean, you know that I like pretty much everything else more than Mortal Kombat, but I do love Mortal Kombat. So like I could easily agree with that. I don't think this is definitely a more like an opinion thing and not like a true thing. I think there's like some classic designs in there. I don't think it's like absolute trash or anything like that. And I've been a fan of like the recent games and how they had a feel, but I also don't think that like I think that there's absolute proof that like fans of fighting games might occasionally like both, but maybe not die-hard fans of like Mortal Kombat would necessarily even be like.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get what you're saying. Where it's like
I'm
Mortal
saying
Kombat.
like it's yeah. You understand? It's like sometimes it's more about the gore, more about like the edge factor, or like the obscenity.
Yeah, like Mortal Kombat fans aren't really willing to go to other fighting games, while other fighting game fans are willing to go to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. And like I like being a part of all of it because like above all I have a nostalgic connection to that because I played Mortal Kombat 2 and like my like older cousin forced me to be good so I could beat him so I could then beat other people. And like the only guy I was good at was the easy one. It was fucking Scorpion. So when I picked up Mortal Kombat X and that was like my first time playing a Mortal Kombat again because my appeal to like my modern appeal to the Mortal Kombat franchise is the fact that they get like characters, and now that it's kind of been soiled since they started like having this happen, but like they had like that. I think X had like Freddy and stuff like that, and then like the next
like
game had
nine
Jason.
9 had Freddy, 10 had Jason, Alien, and Predator.
No, I don't think. I think one of those was missing. I think Alien was missing from that because
No, Alien was an X. Alien was an X era.
It might have been the other way around. I know, like, there's a few of them that didn't match up correctly. Like, we would want RoboCop versus Terminator.
That was 11.
We did actually get that recently. We did.
Yeah, we got that in 11. These, I don't know, Mortal Kombat guys. It's also just that they don't really have faith in their own like characters. They have to keep putting in guest characters like to like for like the
Yeah.
Warner Brothers like to be like, oh, it's a big crossover thingy. Like, yeah, okay, here's a list of all the guest characters in Mortal Kombat. And
They could
apparently,
do-
Joker. I learned recently the Joker DLC for MK11 was very last minute because originally they wanted Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead, like Ash versus Ash Williams, but they just didn't get him for some reason. The negotiation just fell apart for some reason.
Having old Arnold in one of the games and in regular
Like Prime.
Robert Patrick in the next game, but not like regular Arnold with him, instead Conan Arnold, that feels fucking weird.
Yeah. It's so like it's also just like I get it. It's like, oh, like I get it, but it's also just so they're just like they want to repeat a theme but want to do something new with the theme. But it's also just like, come on.
Well, it would
So,
be
like,
new
Spawn
for the
coming
theme
back
if you
makes
just.
sense, because I don't think that's the first time Spawn was in Mortal Kombat. Or am I?
No, it is the
confusing
first
that
time.
with
No,
Soul
Spawn was
Calibur?
in Soul Calibur before.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Fun fact, though, Spawn being in Mortal Kombat is the whole reason McFarlane Toys has been having its super articulated figures renaissance the last few years.
You know what?
Renaissance,
I think
quote unquote.
if
Yeah.
they want to go with like some of these more popular characters, they should do it in another like Injustice style game.
Even Injustice has guest characters now. They had the Ninja Turtles and Hellboy in the last one. Like,
But see, that's what I'm saying. So like now they're indifferent. They are the same. They're the same game.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because
Joker's
they
here.
skipped Injustice 3 to do Mortal Kombat 12, or they called it Mortal Kombat 1. Because
Oh,
Maybe
dude,
they'll
you
give
know
I'll
Peacemaker
start
is going to be
shitting
in
on
the
this
next
more.
Injustice.
I don't know if we'll ever get another Injustice.
Yeah, I think Injustice is kind of done. Like, I'll be real. Like, if they're gonna do like another DC fighting game, I think it's just gonna be something new.
Oh,
I mean, they
okay.
definitely couldn't do it with that story. Like, they couldn't do it in that.
Yeah, they killed like half the characters. They killed like, most of the characters in the prequel comic. Like
They
that
did
could
a
have been
very
other.
specific. I mean, they made a movie of it.
But that was
Right,
just
they
retelling
sure
the
did.
story from the first game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
it's
mean,
just
maybe
I
we'll
don't
get
know.
a-
Like, I think like in this age of James Gunn Superman, I think we're kind of over Injustice. You know, as
Yeah.
a concept.
There is that Wonder Woman game coming, though.
We'll see.
With how many games get canceled just as they even
Yeah,
come out?
and even then, it's just like Multiverses is done. You can't play that anymore. Like Warner Bros. Games, like I can't trust. Like even if a game comes out, I can't trust it will still be playable within the next year.
Well, you saw the thing the other day of like Warner Brothers is separating into two companies again, right? So I think they're probably gonna. I think they're in the process of cleaning up their act right now. They're like, oh shit, Superman did well. We got to get our shit together.
Do we believe
hope
that
so.
companies will do better instead of worse?
Yeah, I don't
I think.
yeah,
I think every company
Point me to
wants.
historical like evidence of that.
yeah.
I don't have fucking evidence. I just have vibes, all right? But I think
No.
every company, every person who runs a company wants that company to be cool and do well. But the way companies work these days, where it's 68 fucking executives in a boardroom bumble fucking over each other, it's almost impossible for big companies to do well.
Which will benefit us in the long run.
Anyway, what's your next story, Simeon?
All right, I got just kind of like a good like feel happy puff piece, which I saw like get posted a few hours ago. So for a long time, there has been a bronze statue of Superman in Cleveland because that is where Superman was originally created. The Siegel and Schuster plotted the first issue out in, I think it's Siegel's basement in Cleveland one night. But just recently, like I think it was actually just today, they unveiled 3 new statues across from it of Joe Shuster, Jerry Siegel, and Joanne Siegel, who was the inspiration for Lois Lane.
Oh,
That's cool. I think
that's great.
creators should also like be memorialized with their characters. I think I always like seeing like those art pieces of like even just like not just statues, but just like little like drawings of like here's me with my character or something.
Yeah.
Well, here though, this is just something on a whole nother level that maybe even they couldn't have predicted because
That too, yeah.
they're like whether it be like the current like Hope Core wave that the new movie has like reinstilled in people, or just what any iteration of Superman instilled in even the other one, even the Snyder one. Even though it was more gritty, he still was a Boy Scout compared to all of the other grittiness there. Like, somewhere realistically, probably every single iteration of Superman has inspired someone to do something good that positively affected somebody else. And we know that that's far more than just a very silly joke, but like how long has it gone on? And like I mean it's very pretty to see.
Mhm. It takes you right back to that fucking Grant Morrison quote of Superman existed before I was born. They'll probably still be making Superman stories long after I'm dead. So in a way, Superman is more real than I am.
No.
Damn.
I mean that just in like the idea of like your like electronic ghost in modern time and like your physical ghost and what is it like electronic, physical, and whatever. The like 3 iterations of yourself that will eventually die off. Like if you have kids, there's a version of yourself like a genetic one. This is from a Vsauce video,
Yeah.
but it's just talking about the concept of like specifically that kind of thing of like when you die, you know, the people who knew you and they died forget you, and then you know that part is essentially lost to time.
Yeah, like our outliving did the creator
Yeah.
type beat.
But like this is one of those things to where already it has lasted far longer than most other things out there. We'll get to a point to where I mean I guess we won't eventually because like the Bible does exist, but I guess we'll get to a point to where like a lot of religious texts will have been like double that age at that point, but like these things will have lasted to that level. You know, you feel me? You get what I'm going with
Cody. You're being profound, but also like I can't stop giggling at. Yeah, the Bible does exist.
That completely passed over me. I was too locked into the philosophy.
No,
Yeah.
you're totally right. Like the
I
I mean it's that fucking
Are there-
Futurama
there-
episode
Are there
where they
Bible
wish.
deniers?
No.
There's.
I mean, there fucking should
I'm
be.
just saying, like it is like there's plenty of different religions with like different scripting, like scripture and
Yeah.
such. Like
I mean, that's the plot of a Futurama episode where like what is that? 1,000 years in the future, people have churches to Star Trek.
Mm.
oh yeah, no, I mean it like it's a silly thing, but like technically even then, even when Matt Groening was penning that joke in that series, I think if that's from the season I'm thinking of, I think we've still like doubled the time from then to now. So maybe they didn't think that yeah, maybe they didn't think that it would have, but like I mean it still is, and it definitely is. Absolutely is. They're not like it is a joke and a funny thing, but the reality of it I think is more apparent than people may realize. Like just with how time works and if things grow the way that they grow, that's kind of how things have like that's how shit happens anyway.
Anyway, Simeon, any other stories you want to touch on?
I've got quite a few. I'm trying to like bounce around to like other things that might be interesting for you, Buster, before we just go straight into the SDCC toy vortex.
Oh, we're doing that.
I guess.
Specifically
Yeah.
Vortex.
I mean, like, we're just kind of gonna like hit highlights. I don't have every single thing picked out this year because that would be. I'm gonna level with y'all. I fucking hate that I was ever like that. And I listened to a Transformers podcast that's like that. I'm not gonna name the show because I don't want to fucking throw shade on those guys. I'm sure they're whatever they're doing works for them. But I listened to a Transformers podcast because another Transformers creator I like was guesting on it the other day, where they were like the first hour and a half of the show was them just going, and this thing got announced, and this piece of merch got announced, and this third party toy got announced, and like all anyone can say is like, yep, that's a thing. And like the most insightful thing the guest I was there to listen to said was like, remember the days when it was like you would get one piece of licensed Transformers merchandise announced every month instead of every 5 hours, and it would be exciting? And I was like, yeah, God, what the fuck is happening?
That's stupid anyways because there was never a time it's not
Internet
it's
and
just that they got popular to have the news be brought up.
Yeah.
There was so much, like, I mean, even from 2007, there was like merch every fucking second. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Okay,
just
but
now we're
that's
That
cataloging
little
like
like
07.
new
kid
releases.
sketcher thing.
Cody,
and,
you
like,
have to remember, '07 was like a nuclear explosion went off. Before then, it was like you'd get a few
Armada
pieces.
had the shit too. What do you mean? I had an Armada shirt as a kid.
Okay, but you have to realize there's different levels to it. Armada was a big push. G1's initial launch was a big push. '07 was a huge fucking push, and it's only escalated since then. There were like cooldown periods before.
Yeah, and so just
Was
now
it
we're
not?
cataloging every little thing that's coming out, like and like news shows and like all these nerd podcasts. And Simeon, I'm
When
glad. Like, if I could throw shade, now you know how I felt during Twit, just during the news segments where I was like, all right, another huge tack that like I only care
Yeah.
about half of.
Yeah, I mean, we even talked about behind the scenes a couple of times, like trying to pare shit down, and
Yeah,
like I,
to
I
their
would get,
schedules.
I would get to points where I would be like, "Do we really need to talk about this fucking T-shirt?"
I mean, you put it on
I'm
that
just saying
list.
that, like, I think it's always been like a lot more than people realize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
But like
Even
that's
before, like, when did Bathing Ape start crossing over first with the Transformers
that was
franchise?
like 2010s.
Anyway, were we going to talk about something? I forgot.
And my point was just like I'm not going to force you guys to talk about every single SDCC thing. We can just talk about what was exciting to us because I realize now, because part of the reason why I stopped doing the show for a while was I realized my OCD was getting really bad and making me feel like we had to talk about every little thing, or else we weren't being up on our shit and relevant enough. And I felt like an asshole because of that. And now
Hey,
I'm at a
sometimes
point where I can
ignorance is
just
bliss.
go, sorry?
Just flow.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Yes, that's the point. So I'm just gonna say, like, I mean, we'll hit a couple other things after this, but my most exciting thing out of SDCC this year is it was pretty much just toy announcements this year. There wasn't a lot of media announcements at SDCC. There was some stuff around it, but overall, SDCC was just like, here's a billion fucking toy reveals. And the only thing is that
As a bit toy boy, you must have been really happy.
it was a busy few days, but I think still my favorite thing is the Heroic Signatures Titan Comics Conan, because I mean, ever since I got into Conan a couple of years ago, I've been jonesing for a really good official Conan, and I just can't justify spending the money on the Mafex figure, or not the Mafex, the Mezco figures.
Yeah.
And also they don't scale great with other lines. And I think we even talked about a couple episodes ago. There's a Mythic Legions out right now that's like obviously a Conan homage, and I have almost paid secondary market markup for it a couple times, even though I know they're going to put it on their website in another few months or so. But this thing, it's literally modeled after the way Conan looks in the current comics by Jim Zub, which I have been staying somewhat current with, and it just looks like a really solid figure. Like the sculpt is so on point. It has like swappable shirts, which is not something I ever would have thought I'd be excited about with a figure, but there it is. It comes with a bajillion freaking weapons, and it's got just the right amount of articulation, I would say. Like, as long as the hand feel is there, this might be a perfect action figure for me.
Is Jim Zub returning for the Mandalorian movie?
I don't get the joke.
That's the like
just a genuine
Zeb
question?
Aurelios will return for Grogu, but like for people who don't know Star Wars, looking from the outside in.
Ah, I see.
It's just funny because it sounded like a Gulp Shido name.
It does a little bit. Yeah, no.
I think for me, I was just excited about the Jada stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool Street Fighter toys. Like
Jada had a banner year. They've really made themselves into like an SDC company, I think, where like they just reveal a ton of stuff at SDCC that makes people go unga bunga.
Yeah,
Well, not only
they're
that, like
finally moving past Street Fighter 2 and the Street Fighter line, and they're doing the Alpha series, and they will, of course, we're gonna get remolds and like new costumes for characters.
But Ryu is a totally new sculpt, and remember, Ryu was the first Street Fighter figure they did, and it's now been like a year and change since then.
And they're
So
already
they're able
getting
to
to
put
like the
everything they
Alpha
learned.
exclusive characters.
Yeah, they're getting to the Alpha exclusives. You're getting the best Chun-Li outfit for some people, and like they're putting everything they learned in doing the Street Fighter 2 figures into this. So they're gonna be better figures.
Just right off the gate.
From the get go, yeah.
Oh no, from the get go, you could see that like they're not even like they're seamless leg or seamless knee joints, which like I don't even think that I saw many people have the ability to complain about before they fix. Like there's a on the guy who trains Guile, he's got like a seamless move, a little bit between his knee, so like he could do like a full on like more than 90 knee kick and still look like a full cohesive knee instead of like, and it's not even bad. Like I have Guile and Bison, and both of them have like that weird floating knee joint that like some of the old Marvel Legends used to have, like Beast used to have from the Toy Biz era. And it's not bad. Like you could still get like what you want out of it. Like it's something that I was like I don't give a shit because like the rest of the toy is like I'm like damn dude I've not felt anything this quite bonkers in a long time. Like it was almost like my first like Fig Arts or something like that. But Fig Arts doesn't really like I don't think Fig Arts plays well. I mean not that they're meant to. But
yeah. No, they're pose figures. They're very good.
Figure Arts are
but
very.
So is the Street Fighter line.
The thing with the thing with the Jada Toys figures is they have the range and the amount of joints of a Figure Arts, but they have like the durability of toys for much younger audiences, I would say, and they have this just like flow you feel when you're posing them that a lot of other companies can't really get down.
I think they're the best thing to offer for an action figure.
Yeah, which is why it's so insane that they're expanding out into other things. Like they showed their Frosty the Snowman in person for the first time, and it looks great. They showed the cereal mascots Barney and Fred, which is so funny. Like they clearly wanted to do a Flintstones line, but for some reason they could only get the licensing of Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles, and apparently like people were talking to them at the designer at the booth, and he was like, yeah, we may or may not be combing through the commercials to see what other characters from the Flintstones appeared in them.
That's good. And honestly, like, hey, I like who having like the Fruity Pebble accessories is really cool.
See, here's the thing: if any of them are done to any level near the Scooby Doo figures or the Street Fighter figures,
the Scooby Doos look so damn good.
That's my favorite pick, by the way. It's the Space Coupe. I literally like. I wish I didn't even say anything. Like whenever it was, what I was like, man, I hope they start doing these figures soon for the Street Fighter series because like that was the whole fucking cabinet that they had. Which I mean, I guess it was all they had left, so I don't even know what I was talking about. But like, they're literally doing E Honda and fucking like Zangief was there, and like everybody was fucking there represented correctly.
Also, I'm looking through like a bunch of the toys. Why didn't nobody tell me that Hiya Toys is making Persona 5 figures? That's pretty cool.
Because I don't give a shit about Persona, and Hiya Toys is kind of trash in my opinion.
I thought they were one of the good ones. My bad.
I mean,
if you like free and free quarter stuff, their stuff looks very nice. It feels so small and fragile in my opinion.
Okay. I'll look into.
Look at that spooky space coupe, man. That's the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And like he's coming
I may or may not stand
two
right next to
different
my
domes.
Iron Man figures, but
he's coming with two different domes. One's a red background, one's a green background because it was always flashing in the show. That's so good.
How do you find out that information?
I was listening to a podcast by somebody who went to the booth and talked to them.
I haven't really been having the time to like watch toys.
But another cool detail is the Sea Demon, who is the other monster in that wave, and is proof that they're expanding out into the other shows because he's from the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries. He's going to come with 2 unmasked heads instead of the one because there were 2 Sea Demons in that episode and it was 2 different people.
So you gotta buy 2 of them.
I mean, technically, you got to buy 3 if you want to have one that's masked.
Oh, Seaman Demon.
But
All
no,
right.
their Scooby looks fantastic. The Daphne they showed a picture of looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm fully into that line. But
Imagine we get anything from like Zombie Island or what was it, the 2000s?
I feel like that's possible.
Oh,
with,
dude,
like,
you
the-
know, once we get all of the gang in their classic looks, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna be like, okay, here's them from this series, here's them from this series, because they have the rights
from this
to
movie.
all of Scooby Doo. Like we could get a Matthew Lillard in this line someday if it keeps going long enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
what if we got the Matthew Lillard like, but in the Scooby Doo art style? That would be really special. But literally give me any man. I don't even care. I'm literally all in. I've not seen these in person. That's the only reason why I've not bought them.
They're not out
I
yet.
already know. Oh god damn it! What the fuck? I thought they were.
No, a couple of YouTubers got sent early samples and did reviews of the first wave, but they're not out yet.
I want to let you know a weird little secret. All right, I really love a little side thing that I really have always loved is like the Universal monsters. You know, like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
The
Who
mummies.
doesn't?
But I've always wanted like the best or coolest action figure representation of each of it. Right now, my best Frankenstein is the Raphael NECA Frankenstein. My best Dracula is the I don't even know what that company is, but I bought it from Ollie's. But it's like they did the Gilmore Girls. They were in like they're like the real doll action figure dolls and like
Miko?
maybe, yeah. But it's a glow in the dark Nosferatu. My favorite personal skeleton toy. I don't have a proper like fully articulated real skeleton figure. The closest thing I do.
Oh, we
have,
gotta fix that. There's a lot of good ones out right now.
Oh, I know there's a lot. I'm always watching. I used to watch for the Boss Fight Studios one.
Dude, I don't have like a ton to say about them because it's just it all looks solid, and but I don't know when I'm gonna get it because it's not stuff I'm super attached to. But was something I didn't see a lot of people posting, but I caught a couple of pictures of. You know how Big Bad is doing in-house figures now, has been for like the last year and a half.
Yeah,
they're doing a skeleton.
Nice.
And it looks like the kind of like thicker bone style of the Mythic Legions one, but with the like Ray Harryhausen inspired facial features of the Cooler World one. And I'm like, you know what? That might be the new best skeleton.
For the skeleton, I've been spoiled in 2 different ways though. And I'll wrap it back around to what I was trying to say in a second. But for the skeleton, I've been spoiled in 2 different ways. One of my all-time favorite objects, not even toys, but like objects, is the Lego skeleton. Specifically the one with like the floppy ball joint arms, and not the one with like the articulated arms, similar to like how the Star Wars Battle Droid is. So like the pretty much from like the 1980s all the way up until like yesterday or something. But like it's a little bit more longer ago than that. I think Jago started having the skeletons. Anyways, I also had a Zevo skeleton. And that motherfucker is made of ball joints. So like it was kind of the most articulated action figure I owned for a very long, like for a very, very long. Like that and Bendy Prime. Oh no, I didn't own Bendy Prime. It was there was another Transformer I had from back then. I think it was one of the Beast Machines. It was like one of the actual anyway, whatever. Derailing again.
I don't know a goddamn thing about Beast Machines, so I cannot throw you a line.
Didn't you watch the show or?
I watched the show. I don't know anything about like the toys. I couldn't name characters off the top of my head or like this specific figure.
I was gonna say that this mummy figure and the first wave of the Scooby-Doo Jado line is probably like the best mummy to get for like. I mean, like it can kind of go into anything that you'd want to put a mummy in. Like it kind of fits with like anything you could have on the shelf.
Well, you know, like, that figure's also like a big deal for Jada as a company because the first 6-inch super articulated action figures they did were Universal monsters. And there was going to be a second wave that would have the mummy in it, but the line got canceled because they lost the license. And this isn't a reuse of that sculpt, but this is them being like, all right, finally we got to put out a mummy figure.
Oh no, that is exact. Like that's the other crazy thing is if you know what that mummy looks like from the footage, like that's exactly that motherfucker.
Yeah,
They got the head
all
shape
the
perfectly.
Scooby figures are so on model. It's insane.
My best mummy figure that I've owned has been a Mini Mates Iron Maiden Power Slave, like 4-inch Mini Mate.
Oof.
I owned this thing before I knew what the band Iron Maiden was. A band which I found out by accident by picking up a random album cover in Walmart, and it was the somewhere back in or not somewhere back in time. It was like their 2009 album or something like that, where they're
But
sitting
then,
on
but then
a
you picked
Sherman
it up
wagon.
and you turned to your best friend and you went, Iron Maiden, excellent, and did air guitar.
I took it home, I listened to it, and it became like my favorite band of pretty much my young adult life, I guess, and childhood. Um, and then I went back and I remember like digging through my old box of toys. Back when like, cause like that was a moment in time, like that time I was like less brave about like all the stuff I love, but being able to as an adult connect with the things I wanted most has been nice. But like, anyways, I found that old mummy figure, realizing that it was actually a power slave figure. And I loved it because like it had removable accessories and you could take like the mummy bandages off and like he had a face. I didn't really understand the line though because I bought it from a FYE, and that was back when it was definitely way more for your entertainment than it was for your whatever the hell it is now. But they had Iron Maiden, Kiss, um, Ozzy Osbourne, and I think a Alice Cooper one. But I just bought this one because it was a mummy, and I actually honestly thought that it was like a Halloween thing because the Ozzy Osbourne figure was the Bark at the Moon figure. So I was like, oh yeah, this is obviously that. And that's why I wanted it. And I think this one is probably going to be like the definitive mummy for me personally. But like, I just think plenty of people are going to see it and grab it. But like, everybody loves Scooby Doo anyways. And
Yeah.
I think like they need to make probably triple what they think those figures are going to sell, because if anybody kind of likes Scooby Doo and buys Transformers, or kind of likes Scooby Doo and buys Star Wars, or kind of likes Scooby Doo and fucks with like the McFarlane, like pretty much any of them.
Well, that's
If
the other
you
thing is like it's perfectly 6-inch scale. It can fit in with so many other things. It's very specifically cartoon styled. And we've already been getting a lot of lines like that from the bigger companies recently. It is perfectly posed to just like sneak into so many displays.
Mhm.
But we've been yapping about Jada for a while now, and we haven't even talked about their big announcement.
What was it?
Oh, the thing that's
Buster,
going
you
to
should
make
know
Hasbro hurt.
they got the fucking Invincible license.
Oh yeah, I already
And they're,
forgot about this.
and they're starting with season free costume Invincible, Conquest, and Kid Omni-Man,
So just
which
all season 3 stuff, like all deep end, like oh you're already into the show stuff.
and they've
Yeah,
said
they
they're
really
gonna
went for
swing back
everyone's
around and
necks
get
and
some of the
balls.
earlier looks and characters later, but like to come out swinging like that, and all of these figures. I sent this video to Buster. I don't remember if I sent it to you, Cody, but some YouTuber got access to the booth and like took a video of him doing various hand poses of the figures. They
I
are
saw the one with someone hand posing the blue suit, and like that's when I
yeah,
realized
they're
that it was like,
insane.
yeah, I was like looking at that and I was like, oh shit, these are going to be exactly like the Guile that I own already. That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
I will definitely at least pick up the blue suit Invincible and Conquest because that's my favorite part of the Invincible story.
Mhm.
So I will definitely at least pick those up. I hope they're not too pricey, but we'll see.
Even just like all the figures look so good with how well they can articulate and how on model they are, but like Kid Omni-Man for me specifically is a bit of a revelation because for like the last few years Hasbro and some of the other big companies have been struggling with that like young kid, not exactly teenager, not exactly little baby boy kind of body type in 6-inch and making it super articulated. Like we just got the Black Series Skeleton Crew, and like they're not terrible, but they ain't great either. And the frickin' what's his name from Indiana Jones, Short Round, was another kind of like that thing for me, and I don't know, but this Kid Omni Man, it can pose as well and still look as good as the other two adult-sized figures. Jada cracked the code on that body size, and that's amazing. Like I want to see this technology now be taken and implemented into like a World War II Bucky or a Dick Grayson Robin figure. Like
I don't
it's
think
that fucking
it's.
good.
I don't think it's like technology, dude. I think it's just like if a company makes 6-inch figures and they're not willing to really break outside of that, or have to design something far more complex, they're just not really gonna try. Or if they do, they're gonna not put too much effort in.
Mm.
Like most of the time, we get like people who are supposed to be younger who just are improperly scaled because they have other rules they have to follow to dictate like the toys. Like Jada is just doing shit because it's right, because it's like correct. I mean,
Jada's like the 12th Doctor. I don't do what I do because I'm trying to make money or I'm trying to promote a franchise. I do what I do because it's right, because it's decent.
it would be cool to see a manga Spider-Man on a
For a second, I thought you said Among Us Spider-Man, and I was like, wait,
Among
what?
Us.
I mean, him too. I'm sure he needs a figure too. But,
Is that it for SDCC?
Oh, there's plenty more, but we can bop into something else for a little bit if you want.
All right, let's go back to my Silent Hill.
Okay.
Silent Hill.
No, not okay. That's a joke. I just call it as a joke. So Cody, you're aware of the hit video game Fortnite, right?
Oh God.
I've been trying to be less aware of it, but yes.
You know what? If you're being less aware, let's move on to something else.
Who wants to slop the MCU slime?
Like news? You know,
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it got announced the other day that not only will the Punisher be in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but the Hulk will. Like full on, they got Mark Ruffalo back. And the plot of the movie is apparently they fight each other before they even realize who the real bad guy in the movie is. And I'm like,
typical comic book shit. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, isn't this movie set in fucking
Shut up.
New
Shut
York?
the fuck
Isn't
up.
Wilson
Who cares?
Fisk the fucking mayor
Don't
right
you
now?
complain
Shouldn't
about
they
it.
all be concerned about that? Like, what the fuck is going on? I
You
thought it was going to
know,
be street level.
okay.
Dude, this is gonna be the
I
first
think
time
Hulk
we
is
don't even
street
know why
level.
the
I
Hulk's
think
gonna be
like
in there.
here's the thing. Everyone's saying, "Oh, why is the Hulk here? He's not street level." I think
He's
we've just
supposed to
been like
be.
blinded by the Immortal. Like Immortal Hulk's great, but like I do think Hulk can do street level stories. So I'm still like, okay, I'm still willing to go roll with this.
It's not even Immortal Hulk that's blinded it. It's the fact that it's quite literally only because of the Universal deal.
Yeah, that
with
we
Marvel.
have to cram Hulk into this movie. Yeah.
So like they could only use Hulk or only would use Hulk when it is like a big fucking thing. But realistically, Hulk is like a cryptid in a way. Most of the time, even in the comics, he is handled like a
he's one of
cryptid.
the big
Of how he,
three.
like, just think about like the classic like show. He's like
Yeah.
sneaking around and like hiding around and like I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
a
still willing to
constant
give it a
balance
chance. And the
finding.
new suit looks fine. You know, it's like I don't really have any strong opinions about it.
He's not
Now,
naked,
now
so
you're
you
getting
know.
now you're getting my fucking hopes up, Cody. If Mark Ruffalo, not Smart Hulk, Mark Ruffalo walks into like a scene with Peter Parker and he's just got like his hands in his pockets and his shoulders scrunched up and you just hear the fucking Lonely Man start playing on the piano. Oh my god.
Fanboy and fanboying out.
Because I mean,
But
technically, they don't know each other, right?
I mean, I'm sure they kind of sort of.
No, because
Fuck no, no. Hulk
they
wasn't
don't.
Hulk wasn't in Civil War, and I don't think they had any scenes together in Infinity War. And Spidey was
And Doctor
dead for most
Strange
of
wiped
Endgame.
everybody. He wiped everybody's memory.
Oh fuck, dude.
Do you not remember? Nobody knows who Peter Parker is.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be adding to the conflict of like Punisher doesn't know what a Spider-Man is
Also,
what's his name?
MJ and Ned are still supposed to be in this movie to some capacity.
Yeah, I mean I feel like that's I kind of like I think they'll just be like background gags. Honestly, I think they'll just be...
Burnfall's gonna be like, "Oh, what? You don't want to kill any people, you little bitch?" And then he fucking takes his mask off, and he's like, "Oh, you're the same age my son was.
Just a kid.
Yeah,
You're just a fucking kid."
I don't hurt kids. Whatever. Is that
they
all the
also
MCU?
they also revealed the suit for the movie, which is just a modified version of the final swing suit from the last movie, which is really what it should be, because they firmly established at the end of that movie that he's not going to be able to upgrade very easily anymore. But also, the first way they showed it was like an iPhone video up close, showing that it now had raised webbing, and it looked atrocious to me in that video. I was like, why are we doing the fucking massive raised webbing from the Raimi movie? That doesn't make sense in this context. It looks ugly. I've never liked it. And then they showed a video of him at a normal distance.
Hold on.
Yeah, I've never liked that. I've always thought it looked ugly and it didn't make sense on a Spider-Man costume. But
you don't think fucking webbing on a goddamn Spider-Man?
No, raised webbing. When it's like a pattern on the cloth, it's fine. But when it's like a raised, textured fucking rubber thing, it looks stupid.
If it was going to be a realistic pattern, not a printed pattern, it would be raised.
Alright, anyway, I'm just...
They showed off... the point I'm making is they showed off they posted today a video of him at a regular distance, and you can't even tell. It looks fine.
I don't know why they even bothered with the close-up video. Like, what? That's like that trailers for trailers type thing that I hate. You know, it is what it is. Is there anything else that MCU did besides the movie that we're gonna wait on because we want the Marvel boy to be here?
Yeah, there's not any. Oh yeah, George Lucas. He went to Comic-Con for the first time ever. That was funny.
He announced that I'm going to be able. He called me personally and said, "Cody, you're going to be able to come over to California, step into this building, and we put a life-size N1 Naboo starfighter in this."
Oh yeah, that's right. He has a museum.
It's right.
The George Lucas Museum, or whatever. I
know there's going to be droids in there, but goddamn it.
Put George in the museum as like a live, like he's always told.
I finally have a real reason to go to California.
Have George go to the museum to eat his lunch every day, and it's just an exhibit where like George is in a glass enclosure with like one little picnic table, and he's just eating a salad.
I actually know that sounds dystopian. Never mind.
I mean, that is actually, now that I think about it, that is a bit out of like oh god, what's it called? Brave New World.
Damn.
Do we want to do more toy news, or do we want to talk about some trailers?
Let's talk about trailers. I want to talk about the real media.
All right. Zootopia 2 looks like a movie.
That's the first trailer you open with?
You're the animation boy. I thought you'd be happy.
I don't care about Disney anymore. They lost me. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm only half interested in the next Pixar thing, and that's it.
I'm upset that they didn't call it Zootopia, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're really, like, everyone in Hollywood, not just Disney, but everyone's missing, like, the puns they could be making with numbers and names. Come on, guys. Come on. That's fair. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Bad Guys 2 came out, and I have to watch that because my friend's holding me at gunpoint to watch it, so...
Yeah.
I guess that's
I'm also in the extreme minority in that I really don't like the first Zootopia.
No, I don't like it either.
I watched this trailer under duress of my own making, which is that I was just like, oh, it's out and I have nothing better to do. I guess I'll watch it. And I don't know. It looks fine. I don't think it could be any worse than the first one, and it will certainly do gangbusters because people love the first one. So.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever. I don't know. Look forward to all the Judy Hopps hentai in a few months.
I will mute Bluesky accordingly.
Yep. Peacemaker Season 2 got a trailer, though, and that looks fucking sick.
I still haven't finished Season 1. Please, someone strap me to a table and make me finish Season 1 right now.
You bet your ass I will.
It gets better as it goes on, and there's some real character resolution.
Yeah, no, I watched the first 3 episodes when they came out, and I loved them. I just haven't, like, sat down.
Buster, do you want my HBO Max password?
No, I can get it easily. Okay. But what's the next trailer?
That was all I had.
Oh, okay. Apparently, Avatar 3 also had a trailer, but who gives a shit? James
Who
Cameron's a
gives
hack.
a fucking
I really
shit
don't. I
about?
really don't
I
care.
have been threatening an Avatar video. Why I hate James Cameron? Not even just Avatar, just hate James Cameron in general video.
I
for a bit.
would much rather talk about the real Avatar franchise because we got some details on the new show.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Seven Havens. That could be okay.
It follows a young Earthbender who's disabled, and they have like a superstar older sibling that they're trying to live up to. And the original creators are still in charge.
That could go either way for me because it's
Yeah.
because
And
like
apparently
Dragon
it's-
Prince, I hear like Wyatt ranted to me about how Dragon Prince did, and it's like, oh, that sounds bad.
Apparently, it's only going to be 26 episodes split across 2 seasons.
Sounds about right because it's going to be on like a streaming service. So that
Yeah.
sounds about like. I mean, I hope they don't leave anything off on cliffhangers. Yet they've usually been pretty good about like.
Well,
wrapping
and
up those.
also after, remember, this is the first project after that came out of
Avatar
the live,
Studios, yeah.
the live action show going south production wise, and then going to Nickelodeon and being like, hey, either we're going to leave and disavow everything you make from now on, or you can give us our own studio so we can just make Avatar shit the way we want to make it from now on. And Nickelodeon was like, fine here.
I mean, they're nostalgia blinded anyway, so it's like, hey, the more Avatar on the market, the better, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, we also got the announcement of who's voicing Zuko in the new movie about the gang when they're adults. And that's
Still,
Is it Zuko?
I don't know, man. Like, we need to. I've talked about this before, but I'm just like, I mean, I'm Steven Yeun, fine actor. I just like, why? He's like the only person in the cast who was like, you don't really need to replace that guy. Like Dante
Yeah.
Bosco, you don't need to replace it. Like, that just feels like, oh, people
I mean,
like Steven Yeun.
Dante Bosco loves being Zuko so much that he'll come be on your rinky-dink little internet show for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he appeared on both Death Battle and Nostalgia Critic, so like, yeah.
He did some of the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen a professional actor do on Nostalgia Critic just because he loves playing Zuko.
Yeah, there was one good line I think in that Nostalgia Critic video where it's like, "Oh, what a good read." I don't know why that line read just the where he just puts down the comic book of like Avatar and the Barnes and Nobles. I don't know why that cracks me up. That's like the only good joke in that video.
Yeah. And then there's like 20 minutes of him chasing around Nostalgia Critic around the Barnes and Noble,
like,
shooting fire from his dick and shouting honor.
Yeah, that was
what the
bad.
fuck?
Yeah, that was real ass. Anyway, there's
Whose idea
your
do you
critic.
think that was? Do you think that was
Oh, that was definitely Nostalgia Critic. That was definitely
Yeah,
Doug.
that was critic. Yeah,
Doug wrote that whole video and just handed him the script the day he got there. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. From what I've you know me. I've studied like production of this shit like back when I used to be hyperfixated on it.
You've been in the woods.
Yeah, I've been in the woods
no.
for lack of a better word. So it's like I know
That's
for a
horrible,
fact
I'm
that's
sorry.
how Doug acts. Anyway, I don't know what else. What else happened? I feel like something else happened. Oh yeah, my
Did you
Silent
see
Hill.
that? Silent Hill? What about Silent Hill?
No, my Silent Hill. You don't like. We have to, Simeon. I know you don't want to talk about it, but I got to at least rant about it for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, Cody, you're aware of Fortnite, right? Because I originally like shoveled that as a bit, but I'm like, I've left the audience teasing wild enough.
I know Fortnite.
I left the audience teasing long enough. Like you thank you guys for still listening, if you're even still listening. So a bunch of Fortnite is having a new season, and one of the big, basically confirmed by the social media accounts, we're finally getting the long rumored Power Rangers collaboration.
Oh wow!
And apparently, Tommy Oliver is going to be tier 100.
The best Power Ranger ever, the greatest guy who ever lived, the fantastic, oh my god, my childhood, I'll suck your balls.
As tier 100 in the Battle Pass. Not just a regular skin, you have to grind the damn Battle Pass to even get a pleasure of playing as one of Tommy's many forms, is the rumor going around right now, or just like what they're
It's not hard to get to level 100.
Yeah, I know. There's like many like mini games in Fortnite. I'm just like, none of those words are from the Quran, so I'm like a bit like, like So
Buster, that's the first religious joke I've ever heard that made me laugh that well. Good job.
look, most of my religious jokes are just replace Christ with Muhammad. Okay, so it's like I don't know. None of the like.
Don't feel
I
like you
don't know,
can't shit
man.
on Christ here.
Yeah.
I love to hear it.
Anyway, but yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I've got messaged about this multiple times, both when it was rumored and now I guess it's confirmed. And it's just like I feel like my Silent Hill is coming back. This is not good. I need to move away. So instead of continuing to dwell on this further, I'm just gonna talk about some cool shit I've experienced. It's time for Buster's Media Hour.
Okay.
I recently read the award-winning manga Orb on the Movements of the Earth. I will post the manga cover right here. This is about the discovering the how helio. What's the proper term? Let me make sure I'm getting this right because it's a very scientific. It's about how basically we discovered how the Earth was round. Let me just make. Yeah, okay. So to quote the Wikipedia page, it follows it follows the dangerous journeys of scholars who risk their lives to pursue the forbidden heliocentric theory. So this is one of this won a lot of awards. It got a pretty cool anime adaptation from Netflix recently, and I decided to read the manga, and yeah, it is super cool. Very law talky, but the characters are very well realized and interesting. There's some wonderful artwork in this manga, and yeah, I just especially when the full circle, get it? The full circle of it all is great.
What is it to be helio? Was it heliocephy?
Heliocentric theory. It is
Heliocentric
a
theory.
supersede astronomy. I'm just gonna keep quoting Wikipedia if you guys don't mind. Basically, it's like the model in which the Earth and the
create
planet.
your own original content, you fucking lazy bitch.
Me?
Or do your own research more realistically.
I'm doing. I
No,
should have. Yeah.
that's fine. That is literally fine.
I'm just relaying the information.
I'm being a silly guy. It's okay.
Okay, yeah.
I was
No,
correct in
I
his
just.
silliness.
It's a very for me. It's a lot of it did flow over my head, but still I felt the vibes and the message. Where it's this dangerous journey of pursuit of knowledge and the centuries it takes to get there. It's very compelling. I also finally read Beta Raid Bill by Daniel Warren Johnson. If to get to stuff you guys like.
I was shocked you hadn't read that already when I saw you post about it.
I've never read that.
Yeah, well, it's Daniel Warren Johnson. He's one of my favorite authors, and yeah, he.
That was the thing that kind of put him on the map for a lot of mainstream comics people.
Yeah. For me, it was Extremity, which now is getting its flowers. Thank God. That made me fall in love. That was one of the first comics when I was starting to get into comics. I was picking up. I just picked it up on a whim. I didn't even know who Daniel Warren Johnson was. Then when I was doing the research on him for a while back, I was like, oh, he did Extremity. No wonder I like him a lot. But yeah, I finally read Beta Ray Bill. Goated. Yeah, I like it a lot. I also read another manga. A lot of manga. I don't know why. But this also had a recently finished anime adaptation, Takopi's Original Sin. Here's the elevator pitch I'll give you. So imagine a whimsical children's mascot comes down to the most depressed Japanese little town, and shit goes downhill from there. It's only 16 chapters. It was I think 8 episodes of anime, but it's both are really well done. Very sad. Very lots of. It's not as graphic as I'm making it out to be, but it's shit does get pretty. There a lot, especially there's a lot of child abuse in the show. So, either verbally or sometimes you'll get implied physical. So just be warned about that. This was the week we were doing Lodos War. I also went to Chicago to watch AJ Goes to the Dog Park. This movie's not out on the not fictional. It's a fictional movie, but it's not out on the streaming platforms or anywhere. But so it's only out in Chicago right now. But it was a great movie. Got to see Toby Jones and the cast do stuff. Just great. So basically, why I decided both I just wanted to talk about all these things because I wanted to just catch up on hey, here's some cool shit you should check out whenever you get the chance or whenever it comes out. But also, I've kind of moved past Power Rangers, and I'm grateful for that. Like I'm reading, I'm watching so much cool.
I'm so fucking proud of you.
I can't tell if that's ironic or not.
No, it is both actually. Like I'm saying it as a joke, but also like, oh, you're coming to the same place I've been at all like year and a half now.
I mean, I've been there for a while. I'm just trying to like justify to myself that like
you're verbalizing it. You're making it public now.
yeah, where it's like yeah, I'll probably still check out Power Ranger things, but it's not like my only thing. And I encourage like a lot of people either to like in the Toku sphere or just anywhere to just go out and read things that might be interesting to them. Just read comics, read like books, go check out some movies that aren't animated. Just dude, just there's so much cool shit out there that we're all missing out on.
For me, it's like Power Rangers has gone from being a hyperfixation of mine to being like, yeah, that was a pretty interesting TV show that ran for a lot of seasons, and it's over now, and that's fine. It's over there, and we can look back on it fondly or not fondly, depending on the season. You know, it's over. Even if they were to make a new show, it's not going to be a continuation of the old show, not the way we want. So just stop holding on to it.
Hold on to what we
go.
hold on to what we believe in. It's like even if I'm not gonna hyperfixate on the new show as much as I did the old one. It'll just be like another show in the midst of other cool shit I'm doing. You know, that's kind of like my philosophy on that. I don't know. I feel like I know. Kind of just like this is probably just a revelation for me and me only, but I want to share it with people. I just want to share my thoughts, you know.
That is okay.
Yeah.
It is not wrong to want to move past things or feel like it can be
also
hard
just the comic books a bit,
sometimes,
but that's a story for another day.
I like that you couldn't even finish the sentence.
Yeah, I was like,
you went full. Oh, I'm a stinker.
Ain't I a stinker? All right. Anything else we want to talk about?
All right. So there are two different stratas of toy that we can get into. There's a couple more peripheral things I would just like to get y'all's thoughts on, and then there's the Hasbro Gauntlet. Which do you want to do first?
Just do the first one first, because I am scared of the Hasbro Gauntlet. I feel like you need
it's not that bad. I have cut a lot of stuff out while you were talking. I was going between tabs and being like, I don't have anything to say about this, and this.
All right, good.
But it is more than the other two segments put together. So Mondo is doing a new line that's essentially a takeoff of the Mezco, or is it Mezco or Super 7? I forget. Like, there's a company that's been for a while doing a like 5 POA line where the gimmick is also it has swappable limbs that are posed in a specific way, like a Nendoroid. I think it is Mezco actually, because they did that Superman box set. But Mondo's doing a line like that called Mondo Squads, where the gimmick is they're simpler than your typical collector grade figure, but you're paying the same price because the gimmick is you get like a collection in a box. Like you're not buying one character at a time. It's here's most, if not all, of the main cast. And one of the things they revealed as the first things in that line, they're doing the fence cast of King of the Hill.
Yeah, I was just watching King of the Hill actually recently. So
yeah, but see, this is a Mondo toy. Like that might as well just be a fucking hot toy staring at you right there.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be that price, but you're getting all how many is that? Like 4 or 5 guys, and you're getting all the accessories, and you're getting a fence. It's not pictured here, but they did say they will come with a fence.
I love how it's like they got like all 4 guys, and then you got Hank's dad just angrily staring at your soul. That's so good. Because we were just watching the episode where like Hank's dad, I was watching just random King of the Hill episodes. We watched the episode where Hank's dad remarried, and then like his new wife got a kid, and then it's like Hank and Peggy decide to go skydiving, and Peggy almost dies. King of the Hill's, yeah, it's like
King of the Hill is wild.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like $500.
Yeah, probably $500. So I probably won't buy it, but I'll definitely look at other people who buy it.
I'm trying to remember if anything's like pre-ordered or released
Where's
from
my
this
Jada
line
Toys
yet.
Hank Hill, dude? I want him.
You're
Jada
Hank Hill
Toys.
who can kung fu pose.
That's all I
Why
need.
I oughta Ryu?
Okay, so I'm looking at their squads for Adventure Time of Jake and Finn. It's $134.
Oh, that's gonna be like 200 or 300 for all 5 of those bros,
Yeah.
especially
So
with the fence.
it's fairly rough.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's cool that they're doing it, but it's like, oh boy, the pricey. Ew. Let me see. Are the King of the Hill stuff up for pre-order? No.
No, they just announced it. So it's like and that's just renders. So they probably won't pre-order it for another couple months. But Buster, I know you're a Muppets person. Are you a Sesame Street person at all?
I need to. I haven't watched much. I like watching clips of Sesame. It's like I need to like actually get back into. I want to get back into watching them, but it's like I just like bro. I'm like 20. I'm 22.
Yeah.
It's like what am I doing here? Anyway,
Well, they're making Sesame Street figures for 40-year-olds, so don't worry about that too much.
I guess.
NECA announced a Sesame Street line a while ago, but they revealed a bunch of new stuff at SDCC. They showed a Grover, a Mr. Oliver, I think is his name. I don't recognize him personally. Oscar, who I'm most excited about. Oscar has always been my favorite Jim Henson creation.
Wait, the grumpy guy likes the grumpy character.
Yeah, I will probably buy Oscar. I don't know about the rest of the line, but I'll probably buy
I love
Oscar.
how they got the freaking letters. Like,
Yeah, that's a gimmick with the line is every figure comes with a letter.
that's so good. And
Mhm.
I love how like the 2 letters they have are N and G, and it just makes me think new grounds.
But also, when they revealed the line, I think it was last year or the year before, people were instantly like, "Hey, where's Big Bird? Where's Big Bird? When are you doing Big Bird? How big is he going to be? How pricey is he going to be?" I don't think they said the price, but they did show Big Bird, and he's like twice as tall as the rest of the figures.
Yo, let's go. I also love like, oh my god, the T with the crown, just doing like just a blank face.
Mhm.
Oscar's image. Oh my god, these are so charming.
Yeah,
These
they
do
look
look great.
spectacular.
This might be the best like NECA thing I've seen. Like this might be the best. Like NECA's done a lot of things pretty spot on, and maybe like the turtle stuff that they've been doing recently would be that. But
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. They showed new prototypes of their Stan Sakai art inspired turtles at the show, and I'm really into those, but not much else to say.
Yeah.
But anyway, you were saying about these, Cody?
the detail comes across perfectly. Like they look like what they would on the screen.
Do you think they'll be
it's
in
more
scale
believable.
with the Diamond Select Muppets, or?
I think they'll probably be close because another thing they said was like they have designers from the Palisades Muppets line working on this line.
Okay, because like the Diamond Selects are ranging from 3 to 5 inches, so like I'm not sure. I'm not sure if NECA will scale in, but like, I'm just curious. Just because it's like, oh, I saw Muppet action figures once. It's like, well, will you be able to make
NECA's
some Muppets
normally
with
like
your Sesame Street?
a 7-inch.
Oh, okay. So these are gonna be a bit taller.
Maybe not though, because like all of these seem like the
I
blue
mean,
guy
Big
over there
Bird
seems really
scale,
cool.
the bigger the better. But like,
Give me Kaiju Big Bird.
yeah,
And
you got like, I mean, you gotta get the
when it
biggest
said-
bird imaginable.
When you said NECA, I pictured a box that's gonna be maybe about a foot tall with like a special like Sesame Street like embroidery on it, and there's probably gonna be like a glass window, and it'll have one of the like famous like NECA fold outs, and it's just gonna be like the face in there. It's gonna look like a Christmas doll or something.
Mm-hmm. But no, you're totally right about the textures on these. Like I'm looking at Mr. Oliver right now, and his head just straight up looks like a ball of felt. It's so well sculpted.
Bold.
And the only other non-Hasbro thing I wanted to talk about is it's technically not SDCC, but Mafex did a surprise reveal. I don't know if we'd seen a prototype of it before, but they usually do 2 pre-orders a month, and they had announced Punisher and one other guy, I can't remember who at the moment. But then all of a sudden when the pre-orders went up, they were like, oh, also here's Iceman. And it's the best fucking Iceman figure I've ever seen in my life. It looks spot on to the comic art to the degree of like anyone who has a Marvel Legends should be thinking about upgrading to this thing because it puts all the Marvel Legends Icemans to shame.
I'll be real. This just
Iceman.
gives me like the promo art for Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends.
Yeah,
Probably
that's
find
Iceman.
a better Iceman in
I know, I know, but it just
Micronauts
like
toy or something.
that specific art. It reminds me of. Oh wait, I never got to talk about the Micronauts fiasco. At least not yet.
Yeah, that's right. The Micronauts cartoon leaked, didn't it?
Yeah, all 52 episodes, which are all 20 minutes. Me and my friends watched a couple. It's a pretty typical kids cartoon, but it's like it's charming enough. But it's still like good that's like finally out there. I just wish it got officially released so the target audience could actually watch it instead of us bums on the internet who kind of like scroll or cynically scroll through so much garbage. So, it is what it is, and it's like it just kind of sucks because they got legitimate actors for that. It's like actual animation people worked on this shit. It's like what happened there? 52 episodes and you have to leak it out to the Internet Archive? Whatever.
All right.
Anyway, that's my Micronauts rant.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we got that in there because I've seen people talking about that. I've just never given much of a shit about Micronauts, so I didn't have much to say about it. But like, I agree with what I've heard said about it, which is like, doesn't matter the quality of the cartoon or what kind of business shit you've got going on. If you fucking finish the thing, you should put it out for people to see.
Yeah. It's like even just dump all 52 episodes on Netflix one day. Come on, guys. Just
All right, Buster, I'll let you decide. Are we going to start with Stars War, Transformers, or Marvel?
just do Transformers, man. There's actually a Transformers thing I'm actually excited about.
Okay. So I'll start with Age of the Primes because that's probably where we're going to have the most talking from Cody, I imagine. They showed the next two Combaticons. Technically the next three, but we didn't get a real good look at the third one, so I'll save that discussion for another time. But Blast Off and Brawl. I was just kind of like, yeah, that looks like Blast Off and Brawl when I first saw them, but the more I've looked at them in the last couple days, the better they've looked to me. Like Brawl is such a massive improvement on the Combiner Wars figure. It's like there's no discussion. If you're a fan of that character, if you're a fan of the Combaticons, you should be upgraded.
I really liked that. What's it called? Blast Off and Brawl. I've never heard of these characters, but I really like both of their toys. I will say.
Yeah, they're always just kind of the other guys in the Combaticons, but they are cool in their own right.
Combaticons.
Fucking Blast
I need to
Off.
look into those more because
I've
heard good stories.
For no good reason has Blast Off been getting disrespected ever since like the 2001 RID recolor that they did of like the G1 toy.
Well, it's because there's always that discussion of like, well, how does a shuttle fit in scale with all of them? And it's like, shut up, it's a fucking toy.
Well, yeah, but they just don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've just been not doing it at all.
In Combiner Wars, they did a jet, and then people complained, and so they did the shuttle as an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah, or if you bought the Takara version, it was just better anyways.
Yeah. Well, it was the shuttle, and that's why we got the Amazon exclusive over here, is Takara fucking fixed it. But here, it's just a shuttle right off from the bat. It's pretty on model from what I know of Blast Off. I don't remember him having thruster toes at all ever, but I think it's a cool little touch. The face sculpt is interesting because apparently it's based on an animation error, like a semi-famous one, and some people are upset about that. They want the classic Blast Off head, and I'm like, it looks fine. Like you're gonna have him as an arm most of the time anyway. What does it matter?
Listen, we're gonna have two opportunities again because they're gonna do it.
We're
gonna get a box set of like G2, and then hopefully we get I want the fucking RID one sooner actually. That like Tiger Stripe Onslaught is just so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys look like good little guys.
Good little guys. Good.
My favorite thing out of Age of the Primes reveals this year though was fucking Sure Shot. Like what a little lad. He just looks like a perfect little race car transformer. And I've always kind of dug Sure Shot. I've always thought he's like the best out of the original character Target Masters, but like seeing him done as a modern toy, I'm like, yeah, that'll shelf warm. That'll end up at Ollie's, but I'll fucking buy it full price because it looks like a fun little guy.
It might not. It might just cross that line of like everybody wants it. Post my son. Get him in there.
I don't
My
know who
space
your
toad.
son. Oh, Amalgamous Prime.
Yeah, the guy who you told me, who you broke the news to me. I thought that guy was just like a really cool looking dude who turned into a frog, but I remember like sitting there thinking, like,
No, the frog mode is his main mode, but in interviews and stuff, the designers have been saying like, oh yeah, no, he can split apart and combine in different ways. He's got like 15 modes you could make potentially.
Oh, so he's amalgamous.
Because that's the thing is Amalgamous is the member of the Primes who created the transformation cog. So transforming is like his thing.
That's
and
pretty
my
cool.
God, look at
Can we
this
get to
fucking
Big
look at
Convoy
them
already?
bits.
Oh, I didn't
Big
even
Convoy.
pull up a picture of Big Convoy.
That's the one I was excited about. I always like
Okay, I'll grab Big Convoy. Hang on.
I always like
most
A massive mammoth of a mega Mercury grade and retro.
Yeah, we're getting a leader class Big Convoy. It's neat. It looks like Big Convoy with more articulation. It doesn't really excite me. That's not a design I've ever really cared about. But I do find it interesting that they were able to call this thing Big Convoy, and Star Convoy had to be called Star Optimus Prime. What's going on there, legal people?
You know, I would like to believe that G1 Optimus Prime would turn into like the ape or vice versa, and then the Peterbilt Optimus Prime turns into big motherfucking Texas right here, even though it is a mammoth that probably never was on that part of Pangea or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just happy we have both of the Beast Wars anime guys in Legacy now, or not Legacy Generations.
Well, Legacy technically is Generations. It's weird. Legacy was like a subline they did for years, and now we're doing Age of the Primes.
Yeah, it's the Age of the Prime.
That's another thing. Like Vangelis also like got me to realize semi recently is that Studio Series is all technically Generations as well.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Just hey, which part of the franchise do you want? Do you want the quote unquote legacy, quote unquote, or do you want the 80s movie? Like it just like they just.
Do you want your G1 and obscure weirdos, or do you want your Bayformers?
Hell, it kind of changes up about like where we end up getting some of those figures.
Now for probably the most controversial thing amongst the two of us, anyways, because Cody and I have talked about a lot off mic. The Nemesis Prime and Star Saber set. That's the PulseCon exclusive this year. I could give less of a shit about getting that version of Nemesis Prime. It's neat. I think it's interesting that they're able to do that Commander as a separate toy from the trailer. I'm fucking mad that we locked these mini-cons behind an exclusive box set again, but I do kind of want them. But also, like, Nemesis Prime used the Dark Star Saber. Why didn't you release that version there and then, like, release these three guys in these colors as a deluxe? I don't get it. It's weird.
Yeah, like, imagine if they gave us, like, give me the damn mini-con teams at the deluxe price point, and if you're gonna charge me $30 for the deluxe, squeeze a couple of effect parts in there, like maybe a cool little like physical mini-con like logo bit, you know, that I could like hold in my hand and maybe even place in my mouth as if it was some sort of like pill, and it would be able to set on some sort of effect. You know,
I will say
nice.
these figures do actually look like solid upgrades to the original figures. The picture I posted in the chat is actually them next to the originals. A TF guy brought his originals to the Hasbro breakfast that these were revealed at. And like they look solid. My favorite thing about them though is probably just the funny detail of the old, I think it's Sonar, had sliders for how you got his feet out, but on the new one it's just ball joints. However, on the animation model, they drew the sliders, so they just put two little black lines on the legs of this figure to make it animation accurate.
He definitely looks the best all around compared to all the other ones. He's the chunkiest. See, like my problem is, part of me like wants this. You know, part of me wants these guys. Man, this is like
There's going to be
the
so
smaller
many
the
fucking
guy.
Nemesis Primes clogging up the aftermarket in a couple
I know.
months.
But see, like that's the
The
thing.
nemesis of toy collectors.
Yeah.
Hasbro, I don't even think I have faith in you to give me more mini cons. I'd be wasting my time buying some of these guys. I might as well just go to like third party and buy them there if I know they're gonna try to bang out all the
the
ones
other
I
thing
want.
is, I did hear from somebody that like they were talking about at the booth at one point. They have been trying to get mini cons out, but it's been a very frustrating thing of like they just haven't been able to find a place that feels right for them. And I guess to us, it just feels super obvious. Oh, just stick a bunch of them in a box and call it a deluxe. But maybe there's like some weird marketing thing that doesn't link up with that for them. I don't know.
It's a
No,
thing.
I think they just fucking suck.
All right.
They're just
What-
stinky poo poos.
What a bunch of caca fart pissy waz.
Anyway,
Studio series.
anything from there that's interesting, or
Yeah, we're getting TF5 Barricade, and
Boo.
I forgot that the CGI model for this is way less interesting than the original toy that came out.
is this the CGI model or like? the
Yeah,
toy?
because that's the gimmick of Studio Series is
Ah.
they're getting it as close to the CGI model as they can.
Look how
Because
dumb as shit
that does
gun
look
is.
kind of boring. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like pretty typical.
Because like the original toy had this great gimmick where like he had a bunch of little weapons, and this does have a bunch of little weapons, but they were all like slightly different than this, and they could all combine in interesting ways and like form a riot shield. And he had knuckle dusters sculpted onto his fists that said "protect and serve," which was such a good like toy joke on police brutality that I was like,
Brutality.
oh yeah, fuck.
Brutal.
But I was just like, that's great toy design right there when that original figure came out, and I memory hold that just wasn't on the CGI model because they're not there on this figure, and I'm like, oh, well, if he doesn't have the funny knuckle dusters, then I don't want him.
The Fuckle Dusters.
But the big Bayverse news out of the show is Titan class TF4 Grimlock. They're finally doing the Bayverse Dinobots at proper scale with the other movie 4 and 5 characters in this line. And the leader movie 4 Optimus that they just put out is going to be able to ride this thing. That's
Hey, you know what? That was
insane.
one of the cooler visuals from that movie. So
Mm-hmm.
I
also
hate
Go
this,
ahead.
actually.
Okay, explain.
That's it. Nope. That's it.
what did Cody say?
Cody said he hates this.
Understandable. It's not that. I mean, like it's kind of just the problem with the Age of Extinction designs, where it just feels like even more so than the other Bayformers. It just feels like a bunch of metal scraps. it's just I don't know.
I mean,
Bunch
it's
of
also
nothing.
like
I've seen
okay,
a million shitty metal skeleton dinosaurs. I've seen so many like fucking like haunted spooky metal T-Rexes on like shitty shirts that like that you buy at like the county fair or something like that, you know? Like I've seen plenty of that art throughout time. And that's the main thing about this is like Grimlock has like a very distinct shape and the very same way that like Mecha Godzilla has a very distinct design, and anything that gets away from that just feels like nothing.
Well, that's because the original Grimlock was based on an older understanding of how the T-Rex would have looked. And this is based on a modern understanding, where like it's not upright, it's hunched over. Well, it has other embellishments and stuff, but I'm saying like it's based on. And no, I'm going to actually fucking discuss this shit because like the thing is, I will fully acknowledge I'm biased. TF4 is my favorite of the Bay movies. It's the most honest. It's the most fun. It's the one that knows what it is. And the other thing is, I also learned in the wake of this that the whole Optimus riding Grimlock thing was an Aaron Archer pitch. One of the last contributions he had to the franchise was he drew concept art of Optimus riding Grimlock like a knight riding a dragon and showed that to Michael Bay, and he was like, oh, okay, I guess the Dinobots could work in a movie because that looks awesome.
Wait, my Bay didn't think Dinobots could work in that movie?
No, Michael Bay for like the first 3 movies kept going like, I don't want to do the Dinobots. They're stupid and silly.
That really sucks because like
Have you?
Transformers 4 for me was the movie where like I was so done with the movie and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. And
I'm
I
so
never
sorry,
have
Cody.
felt
See,
so
for me,
like,
that's 5 because I loved 4, and then I went and saw 5, and 5 is a fucking train wreck.
oh no,
Oh yeah,
I
everyone can.
refused
Even
to go
people
to
who like
5
the movies
because
can agree
4
5 is
disrespected
ass.
me so bad. 4 was what turned me away.
Yeah,
And
for
I mean,
4, I didn't like
I
4
was
either.
one of the little shits who like complained about Jazz dying and like Bumblebee being fine back in the day. So I was like, that's fucking stupid. They don't know what they're doing. Like, you know, like,
What were they thinking?
but I don't know.
Well, there were a couple of very G1 coded reveals at the show, but I think the most like talky pointy one is SS86 Thundercracker, which I know you're not very excited about, Cody. I know you're already saying you're not going to get it. But I don't currently own any G1 Style Seekers. So the fact that this is a whole new mold, it's based a little more on the animation model, and they finally put a waist joint on this design. Yeah, no, I think I'm in.
Like I said, I'll get it if they do a good Acid Storm because I've wanted Acid Storm used to be like my favorite color of the jet like colorways. Just because of like the crazy little like bit of like camouflage that the classics line had on it.
I think we'll get another box set of the Rainmakers.
All right,
I don't know if
Timmy,
it's going to be
I don't know if I want a box set. I just want I just want one of them because, like I said, I got like the reasons why you like that are the reasons why I like the other ones. I like my Transformers to be a little bit more like leaning towards the like. I want them all to have the forearm pegs and stuff like that. I don't think it looks crazy or anything like that because I'm just fine with it being there and it makes it more interesting to pose them on shelves and stuff like that, and I like that interchangeability where like for so long we used to just get Transformers that didn't have guns. They wouldn't have like a thing with them. They just like all they would do was transform. Maybe they came with a planet key, but they
You're
wouldn't have,
right.
like,
Animated really
no
did ruin
thing.
everything.
Hey!
Animated had like accessory pack-ins like crazy.
No, but I'm saying like animated was all melee weapons.
Not exactly
They should
though.
have been like melee and guns. They should have just been like in 2 and 1. Why not?
They did have some good melee weapons, but they also had some. They had some of the best weapons, in my opinion. I mean, the ones I'm looking at do all have melee weapons, though, because it's like all the Dinobots and then Oil Slicks or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Also, Simeon, I'm sorry to interrupt, but like I have only so much time.
I fucking knew this would happen.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. What else? Like, we can't do Star Wars because I can't comment on that.
No one gives a shit about Star Wars except me. I get it.
No, I mean, I like some. I like the movies, not really the merchandise, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I get it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bookmark the Marvel stuff, and we'll talk about that along with Fantastic Four next week when Boingo's here, and we can get his thoughts. And there's only one other Hasbro thing I wanted to talk about, which is they did some viral marketing at the show. They left a bunch of SD cards all around the show that had one single JPEG on them, which was just the Disney, Tron, and Tron Legacy logos, and then a Hasbro logo with a loading icon beneath it. So we're getting I'm guessing we're getting like the Indiana Jones treatment we got a couple years ago for Tron because new movie, make toys.
I don't like.
Yeah, but
the Indiana Jones toy line was such a
Tron toys.
Yeah, it would be cool for like all of us weirdos who like want to collect Tron toys. But I just don't know, like business wise. Like I'm pretty sure the Indiana Jones and Tron deal is probably linked together because the Indiana Jones thing kind of flopped, like for the casual consumer. So it's like,
not only that, but it was like the most okay movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and some people hated that movie, but it's like, it just looks like another Indiana Jones. And it's like this one, like Ares looks like whatever you think about the 5th Indiana Jones. Ares looks, I mean, at least the music will be good, but Jared Leto. There's a lot more baggage with Ares.
I think the movie looks great, but Jared Leto just makes me go like, oh, I'm not giving that movie any more of my money than the money I will pay every month for Disney Plus.
Well, like Jared, let's go see another movie, man. I'm not seeing this trash.
Yeah, I'll just wait till streaming. That's a 100% wait for streaming movie. Anyway, but I'm pretty sure the deal was probably inked at the same time because I just don't. This is going to be even more shelf warmy than the. I would love to be proven wrong because I do think the aesthetic of Tron is great for toys, just one-off toys to just give a kid.
I
and
mean,
be like,
they did a huge, expansive line for Tron when Legacy came out, and that shit's shelf warmed like crazy. So,
oh, okay. Well, if it shelf warmed back then it's going to shelf warm even harder now. Oh boy.
that being said, though, like if you give me like all the mains from Tron Legacy and some of the peripheral characters, you might get me. Not so much the
Not that I
original
was the main
designs. The
character.
original designs aren't toyetic enough for me. But like, I will buy Sam. I will buy Cora. I will buy fucking Jeff Bridges. I forget his character's name. And I'll buy Clue and Rensler and a fucking Tron
Rizzler.
repaint of Rensler.
I'm actually like I'm the weirdo. I'm excited to see the original like arts, the original like characters translated into toy form. Like, just
No,
that's
I love that movie. I just don't think those designs are good for toys.
I'll to each their own. Also, the Boingo, can you please put this god tier critter beaver in the video, please? Actually, I just might edit the episode.
Cody doesn't edit these.
No, I mean Boingo. I think
You
I
said
just might
Boingo, you said
edit the
Boingo.
video myself. Honestly, you know what, Boingo, take the week off. I'm editing this.
Boingo, take 2 weeks on after this and double
But
edit.
also, Boingo, like send in a video of you like looking at the camera and shrugging that we can put in right when Buster says that.
No, I'm not.
Followed
I'm
by
probably,
a clip of the camera placed directly on your floor with
Why the
just
floor?
the insides of both of your ankles viewed.
Okay, all right.
Also, Boingo,
Center
can
of
you
the
send
pitch.
me $20 via PayPal? I need to get gas.
Also, Boingo, what are your thoughts on the new Naked Gun movie? Because that's already came out, and everyone's been raving about that. I'm actually excited to go see that movie. I like the first one.
Also, Boingo, because you're working tonight, how was work? What was the band you played for? What were they like? Were they nice to you?
Flash the text on screen and then let it sit on screen for like
I am not
2
okay. You know what?
seconds.
Enough editing jokes.
Boingo, can
We're
you
just gonna
put in a
disappoint the
Star
audio
Wars
listeners.
now?
and
We're
make
just
the
gonna disappoint
text
the listeners
flash.
when these jokes inevitably don't come true in the video.
All right, I bookmarked articles for all the Marvel figure news we can talk about next week, so we'll be good.
I hope Boingo just like gets to the point where he just
Wait!
decides
Actually,
not
there
to
was a
include
trailer
his-
thing that happened recently. Simeon,
No?
Simeon, you like BoJack Horseman, right?
Oh yeah, I watched like a little bit of that trailer for it's the same creators, right?
Yeah,
That's the
same
thing?
like creative team. Yeah.
It looks interesting, but like I'm not immediately gonna jump on it.
Yeah.
Remember, I didn't get into BoJack until it was like 3 or 4 seasons in.
Yeah, it's just I'm also just a bit worried. It's like BoJack was already like on like they wanted more than they got, so it's like, oh, will this even finish their story? It's like I'm a bit like these new characters' story. It's like I'm a bit concerned, but it's like I'll let them cook, you know.
Mm-hmm. Also, Boingo, can you watch Andor, please?
But can you do me a favor and force yourself to forget whatever you did watch by the next time you talk to Simeon? Hypnotize yourself out of the memory if you must.
Boingo's like, yeah, no, I watched it. Don't remember it. Fuck you.
While you're working, put it on in the background in your room and record that.
All right, enough Boingo.
So when you get home,
I'm vetoing
while
the
you're
Boingo
trying to lay
jokes.
down to go to sleep, you could listen to the recording of it being played in your room without you in it.
Cody,
I'm right here. You can always find me.
Yeah, I will.
Also, Buster,
Yes,
I love you.
love you too.
You're one of my best pals.
Yeah.
Same to you, Cody.
Oh, you had.
I plead the
Oh,
fifth.
you had.
I plead the fifth.
You really had to like apologize for all your chicanery this episode, huh?
Mm.
And we
plead the
start this
sixth.
episode off of Cody yapping about drugs. No, I feel it's been a journey, man. It's been
That was before we started the episode.
yeah, but we recorded that, so we'll probably be. I mean, maybe it
No.
won't be edited here. I don't know.
Nobody needs to hear that. I don't want to be.
Yeah, I'll probably
someone's-
cut it out. I'll get Boingo to cut it out. It's like, hey, cut out the first 30 minutes from Cody and Simeon talk about the most heinous shit I've ever heard in my life.
Boingo, comb through that entire conversation and cut out excerpts of our voice and patch
No,
together
we can't do any more
whatever
editing
fake
jokes.
narrative you can.
This podcast is supposed to be easy to produce.
Hey, Boingo, can you take all the audio from this episode and make an episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast out of it?
Take that entire 30-minute segment and lower and reverse the audio to where it sounds like some sort of like ambient like music, and layer it over us talking this episode.
Boingo, can you
maybe
somehow
another day.
use the material from this episode to reconstruct the missing minutes from the Jeffrey Epstein murder tape?
Whoa! All right, you know what? I'm not going to end the podcast there because there's still stuff I want to talk about. But no, that would have been
All right,
really
I'm
good.
I'm done. I promise. That was as
All
far
right.
as I could go.
That's I don't even. I'm just waiting for like, man. I know by the time this podcast comes out, there's already gonna be some more fighting game news that I'm gonna be like, oh, I wanted to talk about that, but it's like, the timing.
That's what next week is for. There's
Yeah, that's
always
what
next
next
week.
Yeah,
Unless
I'm
you
just
get
excited
hit by
to.
a car and die.
Whoa! All right.
Don't go doing that.
Yeah,
Don't go doing that. Don't be driving
bad.
cars. Don't drive cars.
Don't step into the street, kids.
I was gonna say I'm very excited for the inevitable Marvel Tokon trailer that's gonna drop tomorrow or tomorrow or by the time that this podcast is already out. I want to see more. I like if they don't do Fantastic Four, like what are we even doing here?
Buster
It's literally a
Tokoning
4v4
Marvel.
It's a 4v4 fighting game. Put the Fantastic Four in it. That's all I'm saying. All four. You already have Doom in there. Just put him in. You
So
have
that
to
way you
promote
could
that
have
movie.
a 4v4 and it'd be like the 4 and then their
Yeah.
alt costumes.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, they also revealed like how that game's played. Basically, like the way they're doing it is basically you start off with two characters, but throughout the match you'll get buffs to like, or like if you perform certain moves, like it's very simple. Like, but basically you start off with two, and then you get more characters as the match progresses.
That's so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, like they also call the assist button the assemble button. Oh, that's pretty. That's a good flavor text. I'm just really excited
For the
Dokkan,
real master builders out there, huh?
master builders. Yeah, I don't know. Fighting games are cool. I wish I was better at them.
Who up mastering their building?
Well, the good audience at home, because we're done building this episode. So everyone, plug your shit.
Oh my god. I'm Simeon. I post photos sometimes. Other times I yammer. Go see that by looking at my link tree in the video description.
Cody.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Snark183 here, and I am available on all platforms that aren't platforms, and any platform that is Instagram, where you search never_robot, or Bluesky, Snark183.bluesky. Whatever.
Yeah. And I'm Buster. I also have a Bluesky where I yap about things, but I also have a YouTube channel where I also yap about things. I yap a lot on my social media platforms. Go check out those things. I post a lot of new stuff there. But this has been Modular Components, the weekly shoot the shit and find out show from us at Modular Media. We have a bunch of other shows you could watch for your viewing pleasure on this wonderful YouTube channel. That's filled with wonderful podcasts. But that's gonna do it for this Boingo-less episode. Hopefully next episode will be way better because Boingo will be here. See you later.